Good to see you all. Mhm. Well, hopefully, I guess I should like make an early disclaimer just in case shit happens again. In my area right now, there has been like a constant bombardment of um like earthquakes, and that's a little dangerous. Like yesterday and the other day, we had to like evacuate the apartment 8 to 9 times in a single night because the quakes were too strong and the aftershocks were genuinely concerning. So, it actually happens around this time too. Like it was somewhere around 9 p.m. to like 1 p.m. So, like, if there is another quake and the alarm sirens start popping up again, and then we're forced to evacuate, I'm gonna forcibly end stream because of it, chat. So, yeah, I broke a lot of shit too. Stay safe, huh? Thanks, chat. Yeah, Yodien, how much Lego can you fit in your nose? Just one. But yeah, I broke a lot of shit too. Do you guys what the fuck I broke? I broke my fan. I broke my Suisei collection. Well, it's not really the Suisei collection. I broke like two Suisei merch. And I broke this little anime, or not anime, like what, a LED light thingy. I broke like my myth LED light, and my controller is busted now. And my screen, oof, it's really fucked. Is the volume low? I don't think it's low. Hmm. Hopefully PLDC isn't shitting its pants. It's hard. Also, you live in the south. Heard the news. It was pretty strong. Yeah, it was very strong. I was more pissed at it than anything, but I guess I have a lot of new stuff that I have to replace, huh? Suicide collection broke. It's a sign. True. Fuck. Like there's, I got one of those Suicide. What's it called? Like the relax time thingy for Suicide, and it didn't necessarily break. It's more like it bent. Like its hands are bent, and it looks fucking ugly now. Well, it's not really. Hold on, let me see this again. Because this thing is like, yeah, it kind of. Okay, no, it didn't. It's like it's bent, but if one tick to the left, like the arm part, then it could snap. It has the potential to snap. It looks weird now. Hmm. Hope those quakes stop soon. Yeah, and apparently there was like a terrorist attack somewhere near us too. Like in the nearby city, there was like an entire school got bombed, dude. It was actually rough. Pixar, it didn't happen. I'll try to upload if I can remember. I'll try to upload pictures earlier. My fan is gone now. My other fan at least, so I can't really take a picture of it anymore. But yeah. Hey DN, what's up? I'm fine. Things are good right now. I got a new temporary fan for now though. But if you hear a little fan going on in the background, that's it. This we say, I mean, not the quake. Oh. Oof. I mean, hold on. I actually got videos from a nearby mall. Well, it's not really nearby. It's like a mall from another city. And it's apparently very fucked. Like, this happened in a mall somewhere. I don't know where, but it's somewhere. Or maybe it was a school. I don't quite remember. Like, when shit like this happens, Filipinos tend to share like pictures with each other. Sometimes they try to fearmonger just for clout on like Facebook or whatever. But I got this. Hold on. Yeah. So it was really rough. Mm. Oh, I heard about the bombing stuff after I was told about the quakes. Scary stuff. Yeah. Yeah. I heard it was a state university. Yes, it was a state university. And apparently it happened while there was a mass going on, like a Christian mass, like a religious stuff. So it was pretty massive. The South is really, in the Philippines at least, the South is really fucking scary, huh? Yeah. But yeah, I guess the purpose of this stream is basically just me going over the super chats and some on my other videos, not other videos on the other stream that I did not recognize, and a lot of other donos, because the donos I felt like I neglected a lot of the donos, like the tips, and I'm going to rectify that mistake right now. Hold on. 3 tips condition tip. Yes. Hold on. And we're also going to talk about a lot of stuff because there's some interesting things going on. Very interesting things going on in like Nijisanji and Hololive right now, especially with Selen. Another thing I'm grateful for is the fact that I live in Manila. I mean, even in Manila, there's not that. Manila is stricken with like water shortages and like storms every month. Well, not every month, but like every season. Not as much as Visayas, I would think, but Manila is still not that good. But yeah, I guess compared to the South, because the South is very much where like the natural disasters are very much prone to. It's very terrible. But yeah, it's not that bad. Most peaceful day in the Philippines. Most peaceful week, I would think. Yeah, the Apex thing. Yeah, okay. Actually, you know what? Let's talk more about the Apex thing. Hololive Korea incoming. I've seen Chris talk about how Hololive is apparently talking a lot more about Korea. And it's an interesting speculation or an interesting observation because in Korea there's a lot of Hololive fans. Volume seems to be changing near and oh shit, hold on. Hold on, let me just change my. That could be my voice gate. Hold on, let me just change my here we go. Did it my settings, I guess, reset. Hold on. Here we go. I guess it's good now. Sorry, I did not realize that my audio settings got reset. Yeah, I mean, it had to be reset because, I had to I forcibly reset my phone, not my phone, my computer and unplug everything over 8 times, motherfucker. So, yeah. I wanted an Espanol branch first to be Yeah, actually, you know what, chat? I think it would be the best for Cover Corp or Nijisanji or whatever right now to take advantage of the fact that Waktor is dying or is dead. So I think whoever caters to the Spanish market first will definitely like set a strong foothold there. Idol is already hosting auditions for the Spanish speaking side, and I imagine it's gonna have a lot of previous talents from Idol registering there. But yeah, I think realistically speaking, or rather when we talk about uncatered demographics, I guess the right term for it, I think the Spanish demographic is definitely a big factor. I think the fact and the reason why Hololive and Nijisanji has been catering to China and Korea more so than other nations or other communities is because of the fact that it's much the community and the populations and the cultures are relatively the same. If they step into the Spanish market like blindly, not doing their due diligence without someone that's in the know about the industry there, it could lead to very, very terrible implications, I would think. Better now? Okay, good. Holo KR is probably an idea that they're still researching. I hope so, because I don't want it to turn like how Nijisanji Korea turned into. Because, well, for some context, Nijisanji Korea was formed literally by integrating a dying Korean VTuber agency and rebranding it as Nijisanji KR. Yeah, that's what happened to Niji KR. And the management there was absolutely so dog shit that eventually Nijisanji had to step in. Because Nijisanji has a hands-off approach to when it comes to their other branches, right? Except for their main branch. That's why Niji EN and Nijisanji JP right now has a great degree of separation or independence from each other, and that's because they're managed independently. Still under the same brand, of course, but they're very much independent. And I guess it got so bad to a point of Nijisanji JP doing that shit now. And to be fair, Nijisanji Korea right now, or at least, they Niji ID and Niji K are merged into the official branches, right? And I would imagine because it would look bad for stockholders and whatever that they have a branch, an asset that's bleeding them money, so they probably merge to make themselves look good in the stock market. Apparently, that was the way they wanted it to go, but interesting move regardless. I'd rather Holo or Niji not cater to ES. It's extremely toxic and economically unstable. I would think it's economically unstable too. Apparently, I'm just gonna say it outright. No racism here. The Spanish-speaking demographic, unless you know how to play your cards right or you cater to the biggest common denominator, you're not gonna get that much because they're very much conservative when it comes to spending their money. In a way, it's like similar to Filipinos, I would think. Yeah. Not enough EN joined the Apex thing. Actually, you know what? Let's talk about that later. ES speaker is bigger than KR speaker, right? Oh, by a massive landslide. The Espanol community is like massive, chat. You have to realize when Waktor was at its peak, Waktor was like the 8th biggest VTuber agency in Japan back in 2020, 2021. They were like the 8th biggest VTuber agency solely because of the Espanol side of things. It's so fucking actually cool. I heard that Niji ID management was actually decent, but somehow Anycolor just disbanded and merged Niji ID and Niji KR with Niji JP. Yeah. Yeah. Niji ID management was, very competent, very, I guess the right word for it was that they kept their talents close and managed them really well until they got merged. I've heard of that too. I can't speak to the legitimacy of that rat, or if it's even a rat, but it's something I would actually believe because when Niji ID was an entirely separate branch, it seemed like they were much more popular. It seemed like they were they had a very distinct identity that's distinctly Niji ID, right? Everyone else was so much happier. And then after the merger, it just crashed slowly but surely. Hala is already 2-0 with the EN and ID market. I would also actually think that they're actually 3-0 with the EN, ID, and KR market. I can't speak for for numbers, but I think HoloLive has a bigger Korean market share than Nijisanji actually. Because brother, have you seen how many Korean fans watch Kiara? Shit's massive. But I think that's all. I think the KR fan base is financial wise and profit wise and demographic wise. I think them having the favor of and the majority of the KR fan base is irrelevant to the fact that Niji EN or Niji Sanji as a whole has a bigger Chinese demographic. And you know what? When we put the Chinese into the mix, it's like a massive landslide. No other demographic, even especially the ID and the KR in terms of profit and numbers, can even compare, bro. Yo, what happened to your last stream, VOD? I nuked it because it had a lot of yabs that I just can't be bothered to edit out. Yeah, I was surprised too. There are local classes as well, but we don't talk about that. I'm from Latin America, where most popular VTuber was extremely controversial and got into a ton of drama. Who constitutes as the biggest, what constitutes as the biggest Spaniel demographic though? Because there's a lot there, brother. There's an Espanol VTuber that has like 15k subscribers. Like actually. Like hold on. I don't even know it. Hold on. Hold on. Was it 15k? I think it was 15k. Like Rubius, I think, is his name. Was it Rubius? Yeah, I think it was Rubius. Doesn't Hollow Gloss have a member who's part Japanese and part Korean? Hell, Niji En has a part Korean branch. The only edge Niji has over Holo at this stage is their commitment to the Chinese market. I would also say the JP market. Say what you will about Nijisanji EN, Nijisanji JP is fucking strong right now. Like, absolutely. I would actually say that Niji JP probably has a better foothold in the JP market than the Holo EN market. Nemo Space Cat, an Argentine VTuber, most followed more than Iron Mouse. Was it Nemo? It's not Choimin? It's not this girl? Hold on. Nemo and Choimin. I'm gonna... I know these. I know these names, by the way. Because I happen to have my hands in the pulse. I'll have my... No, I think it's Choimin. Hold on. I'm gonna show you guys. Yeah. I think it's this guy. Spanish VTuber. Can we count this guy as a VTuber or what? Is this even the Spanish language? He has his own... I guess he's more so a Twitch streamer more than anything. Oh, I guess he's a streamer. Oh, fuck, shut up. I guess he's more a YouTuber than a streamer. Nemo, though. Yeah, Nemo is massive. Yeah. I got the impression, I think it was Nemo. But then again, there's this one other Espanol VTuber named Azel. Right? Hold on. Yeah. How about this guy? Can this be considered a VTuber? He kinda does. Look at this shit. 10 million views! Yeah. This guy's definitely a VTuber. Yeah. See? I would think this is the biggest VTuber. Yeah, I don't think it's Nemo. What do you think? That is Spanish, yes. Did he start from scratch as a VTuber? If so, he's not a natural VTuber. Natural VTuber, what? Yeah, I also question that logic because using that logic and using that definition, Kson wouldn't be a VTuber. Who else is? Vebe wouldn't be a VTuber. A lot of those like flesh streamers turned VTubers wouldn't be considered a VTuber. I think, yeah, VTuber by blood, organic and locally grown. Yeah, these guys are absolutely massive. Like, the Spanish community is massive, and I don't think Japanese and like the Japanese companies realize that, right? Amalie is not a VTuber. Yeah, Amalie too. Yeah, Amalie was definitely not a VTuber when she started. She was like she was like an actress, singer, and then just tuned into VTubing because it was very convenient. It fit her niche and her thing. I still see VTuber Pokemon in my nightmares. Yeah, that did not go anywhere. Huh. Spent a shit ton of money for that and it did not go through because she was like harassed into not doing it. I'm not sure why it has taken so long. Idol ES will probably be an interesting experiment. I would hope that it's a successful experiment too. Because Idol EN definitely has the potential to like grab the Espanol market for themselves. Like, how do I not say this? Again, especially right now that Waktor was absolutely fucked. And that they literally have 0 VTuber now. Oh, by the way, spoiler alert, I have a Waktor video going on. Probably I'm gonna release it somewhere in mid-December. But it's massive. It's like 20-something minutes. XD. Iron Mouse going welcome to the community to Pokemon was cringe. I mean, Iron Mouse was just being nice, man. But I would say that... Yeah, I would actually think that a lot of VTuber fans would not welcome Pokemon. There are certain figures that the VTuber community in general would not welcome. And I'm also not talking about generally the traditional side of things, because there's just, for example, if XQC fucking becomes a VTuber, like a male VTuber, right? Who would welcome him? Would Iron Mouse welcome him? No, right? There are just some certain content creators that has just strongly identified themselves to be a flesh streamer, that being a VTuber is an absolute not an option. Gatekeeping is a necessity. I wouldn't say it's necessary a lot of the time, but there are a lot of instances where gatekeeping should be applied. I don't agree with that it should happen all the time, but I agree that there are circumstances where some communities should be gatekept. What if Moist Critical becomes a VTuber? That would be so fucking weird. I would not support that. I would be actually so weird. How are you, Dian? I read your tweet and your place got hit by earthquakes. Yeah, I'm hoping that I don't get hit by earthquakes right now. Imagine a Kaisenot VTuber. Oh my god, dude. Yeah. But yeah, it's weird. It's weird. We'd have to go, like, actually expand and shift our definition, changing what a VTuber means. Hassan, watch the drama unfold. Chat, in the traditional side of the community and in the Twitch side of the community, nobody likes Hassan for some reason. Like, I have friends that are like, they give me the impression that they're right-leaning, right? And I also have friends that also give me the impression they're left-leaning. I have extremist, right-winged VTuber friends, or VTuber adjacent friends, and I also have very much left-leaning VTuber adjacent friends. They all fucking hate Hassan, and I don't know why. Like, I never tune in to Hassan's streams. I never really check the drama whenever he's involved, but apparently he's not like a good figure. I've watched the Trash Taste play. Okay, actually, you know what? I watched the Trash Taste episode where he was in, and yeah, I feel like he adds a lot of politics to places where there was absolutely no politics involved there or should be involved there, and I guess that's one reason why a lot of people hate him. But I don't know, it's just weird, I guess. I don't really know. I'm thinking of Willie Mac video on Hassan. I live in South America and I hate Hassan. Dude's a full-on hypocrite. You don't have to be left or right-leaning to figure that out. As a Hassan hater, my least favorite thing about him is his stance on reaction content. What's his stance on reaction content? For some reason. Yeah, I say for some reason because I don't know, chat. It's not that I'm trying to defend him here, okay? I just don't know the reason why a lot of people hate him. I don't really... That's a community and a topic that I don't know anything about now. He's a grifter and calls anyone who doesn't agree with him a racist. Is that just... Is that like right though? Or is that just a little bit exaggerated? I'm Turkish and embarrassed. He is one of our biggest representatives in the internet. Grifter, terrible opinion, robbing content, just the tip of the iceberg. Wait. Define terrible opinion though. Because I feel like we have a lot of terrible opinions, right? Like I have a lot of terrible opinions, but what's his most... Okay, chat, what is his most absolutist terrible opinion he has ever had? Apparently he defended Pokimane on his whole... on her whole stuff with the cookies. That I don't really know too much about, but apparently even Charlie, like chat, the fact that Charlie and Ludwig were speaking out, and even like, most of the content creators that I know were speaking out against Pokimane, and even the ones that Pokimane is apparently in good terms with, like criticized her in a constructive sense, tells me a lot that Pokimane must have done something wrong. But the fact that I guess Hassan is defending her apparently makes me, like, raise my eyebrow. Never heard or watched him, but I'm starting to hate him now. He thinks China is... Really? Hassan thinks China is pro-LGBT. Brother, they just passed a law where they're literally not allowed to showcase anything around, like, gay people or something. He claims to be a better he claims to be better than journalism, but than journalists, but can't report facts and even try to sway opinion this way. He thinks that China is a democracy. Hassan acts like a dictator in his streams to the point that he bans and humiliates his chat. Some even subscribe to him for more than 20 months just because they disagree with him. Oh damn. Why the fuck would people do that though? Okay, actually, you know what? I'm gonna have to call out some of those people too. Like, brother, if you don't like someone, why do you have to get out of your way just to hate watch them? Just don't watch their content, bro. I mean, you know, you can make a silly passing comment when you see him on your timeline and leave a mean comment or something. But hate watching is something that I just don't understand. Or like paying to hate someone. Genshin changed around where the company is based so that twinks like Venti and Shinkyo don't get deleted. Yeah, they changed from China to Singapore, if I remember correctly. And I think that was because they were trying to evade censorship. Yeah. There's like a dozen documentary of how terrible their opinions are. Interesting. But okay. I don't know. I don't have an opinion about Hassan because I genuinely just hear nothing but negative things about him. Hate watching is a waste of time and energy. Well, apparently there's a lot of people that has too much time and energy, I guess. Conceptually, Hassan is okay. His politics entry for leftist zoomers. It's not bad if you see it this way. Forget about politics, guy. Let's talk about VTuber booty and titties. Yeah. Let's talk about VTubers for a sec. Let's talk about this one. Selen did a massive fucking W here. Do you have any fucking idea how big this is? And the fact that Selen was able to organize a multi-agency and multi-branch collab again is huge. I like the fact that Nijisanji actually allowed this to happen again. I think they saw, I don't know if they saw the backlash against them when they banned Selen from doing this shit anymore and was literally, and Selen making the announcement as if he was reading it or something, but this is massive. But no Holo EN lamao. I can't blame Selen for not including Holo EN. Why? Because I would imagine, one, there's not much gamers in Holo EN that actually plays Apex, including Mume. I mean, I'm not excluding Mume and like Amelia Watson maybe. Because like, I imagine if they wanted to join, they would have 100% definitely joined. Like, Mume and Selen are friends, chat. Like, 100%. And for some reason, she's not here. I would like to think that it's because they're getting busy. I never expected any Holo EN. Did hope for a couple more Holo JP though. Is there Holo EN who plays Apex a lot? Well, to my understanding, it's mostly ID. But in terms of Apex, I guess Amelia Watson and Mume. But Watson hasn't played in a while. Like, I don't think it's because of restrictions from the Holo EN side of things. It could be. It 100% could be. It's just that maybe not a lot of Holo EN people were available. Like, I can't blame Nijisanji or Hololive for this shit. Like, I literally can't say because it's weird that they're not. It's weird that there's no Holo EN members here, but it's not surprising that there's none. You know, there's literally nothing to get mad about. The SBA is back, it seems. Yeah. It's fucking wild how this shit is balling. Also, chat, I saw a lot of people complaining that there's not enough Holo EN members and Holo JP members. Brother, this is a collab organized by a Nijisanji member. What, you fucking expected that there's gonna be more Hololive members than Nijisanji members? Jesus, man. What the fuck? Come on. Jesus. Mika's team is the best. Yeah, I saw the babies here. Don't kill us. Yeah. Pretty sure Mori has a panel on the day the tourney is on. Yeah. And isn't Nerissa and Kiara like going to the Maldives or something? Do you think Iron Mouse would win Content Creator of the Year in the Gamer Awards? Who are the contenders for the Gamer of the Year awards? Gamer of the Year awards. Who are the contenders? It's Gamer of the Year awards. Fuck. I just want to know nominees. Gamer, Jesus fucking Christ. Who are the nominees? View all categories. Gamer. Content Creator of the Year, you mean? Oh, okay. Chat, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know like all of these people. I don't know who Spreen, Cypher. Oh wait, actually I do know Cypher PK. I don't Quackity I also know, and People Make Games I don't know him. But, you know, I would actually vote for Iron Mouse if I can. Yeah. But if you're talking about like the VTuber awards, I would say Iron Mouse has a pretty strong chance because like Iron Mouse fans are like really massive. I like Quackity just for making Dream like a sore loser. Oh my god. I have wanted to dive into the Dream drama for so long. I don't know where to begin. Bro, the only one I recognize besides Mouth is Cypher PK XD. Yeah, me too. Cypher PK and the other one, Quackity. Yeah. Quackity makes a lot of impact in the internet majority. Yes. But anyway, there's also this one. Apparently, wait, aside from the Selen Tatsuki collab thing, there's also the fact that apparently Rev got like hard doxed. Like like hard doxed. And not a good look. Yeah, 1 million views, Jesus, and it was just made like yesterday, I think. Was it yesterday? No, December 3, never mind. So I was just scrolling through this and I just bumped into this randomly. I literally just found about this like a couple hours ago, chat. And you know what the first thing I thought of was? I literally just went to Kyo and I like asked him to give me a brief rundown. Because I don't really follow Rev's career all that much. I kinda don't. But I know he's a very controversial figure too. But Jesus, man. Christ. Man, I don't understand how someone can be so passionate that they dox someone. I guess a lot of the VTubers replies or like a lot of the VTubers response is that Rev's content and exposés and like videos around the VTubers that he covers led to a lot of VTubers getting like doxed by Rev's fan base. Yeah. And chat, if I'm gonna be honest, I am in the opinion that the content creator is not responsible for what their fan base does. Like, let's say I make a video about one controversial VTuber, right? And if a lot of you guys, stupidly by the way, I'll never condone this, if a lot of you guys go over to that VTuber, spam hate, and like, you know, actually like hard dox them, that's like, I will never condone that. But I would also think it's not my fault. Yeah. Like just because Revs covers something and those people gets doxed by his own, like, those people gets harassed or doxed by his own fanbase doesn't necessarily mean it's his own fault. Yeah, you can make like, you know, the least you can do is like tell people to not harass them. I think a lot of content creators that make negative or let's say insightful content around certain content creators should say that. But, you know, for the most part, they're not responsible, bro. Unless the content creator tells viewers to do it, they're not at fault. I would think so. I would say so too. Like for example, Charlie, Moist Critical. Moist Critical always makes videos around the most goofiest shit ever. And there has been a lot of instances where Charlie has genuinely made Charlie's fan base has genuinely went to other people and to other communities and other like places and like bombarded them with all kinds of harassment and hate. And like Charlie's not at fault with that. And actually, you know what he did was say that he doesn't condone that shit, which is the least which is the most he can do. Because fucking Charlie can't dictate or like make what like force his what to do with his fan base, right? Yeah. To his credit, Rev does tell his viewers not to do that. If that's the case, then Rev has no fault. I would think so. Again, I don't really watch much of Rev's content. I only watch the content that gets recommended to me by other people or whatever. But, yeah. And he says it every time. Okay, that's good. That's good. If Rev does that, then I don't think he's responsible at all for his fans like going out of their way to harass people. And nobody should do that, by the way, including you, chat. If you guys like, if I make negative content or like somewhat insightful content about anything, I would never want you guys to go out of your way to harass them, like bombard them. That's like uncalled for behavior. Like that's so weird. But I get, because in a way, wait, I guess that's all I have to say for the matter. I'm too lazy to do that. A lot of people should be like you, Camilo. Like, I don't even have time to follow up on certain topics of certain insightful topics or videos that I've watched. Like, I don't even try to visit them or like get curious enough to watch them. Not even on Twitter? Good. Don't be on Twitter. Twitter is like an absolute shitfest all the time. Moist Critical always has to put a disclaimer at the beginning of the video telling people not to harass or attack the subjects of the video. True. True. Bro, I thought you wanted me to that minor death threats and that minor death threats. Jesus, bro. But yes. Not yes, I mean like go send minors death threats, but Jesus. I do see enough about controversies to act on them. I think the best, it depends, right? Because there are two types of reactions when you consume drama and controversy. It's either you don't care enough but get upset. Well, three types of reactions actually. One, you get upset but don't really mobilize or care too much to like act. You get, or the other reaction is like you actually do get inflamed and like you actually do something about it. And the third one is just to watch the popcorn. I think a lot of people do the third option where they just watch the popcorn. They just want to see what the most recent internet drama is all about, and then they move on. That's what ultimately is a lot of people. Or the oh no mentality, oh no anyway mentality. Yeah, that's what a lot of people do. Would you ever have your own VTuber mascot, Nosagi? It's hard. Okay, I guess it's an interesting time to pivot away from that, to pivot into that kind of topic, right? I'm actually thinking, yeah. Just got here and first thing here is Dian saying to send minors death threats or something. Did I miss? No, it was just a sarcastic comment made by one chatter. It's good, bro. But anyway, I actually am thinking of ways to change up some content, chat. I've already talked about this multiple times in multiple streams, but in December and January, I'm actually doing it. I'm thinking I'm 100% gonna pivot away from just doing the types of content that I want to make. And I'm very scared. I'm not really, it's not really an announcement. It's more so I'm just gonna let it out now. I know that I'm gonna lose. It's not gonna do well initially because YouTube hates that shit. But god fucking damn. I feel really burnt out from the whole just only talking about VTuber stuff, because my content, my passion is just storytelling as a whole, not just VTuber related stuff. So I'd like to explore that passion with my YouTube channel, and I don't think I want to start another channel for that because it would take too much effort, you know? I'm definitely trying to pivot away from the depressed Musagi brand. Gaming videos, not gaming videos. I will never do gaming videos. But I will do, like, videos around games that I really like. But more so talking about their stories or whatever. I'm not gonna do, like, flat out gaming videos. That's, like, bottom of the barrel content, I would think. Vlog video? Not really vlog videos, too. It's more so, like, you know the kind of VTuber videos that I make, right? Like my analytical type videos where I talk about certain things and explore them. It's basically going to be that, but not just VTubers anymore. Like lore or story. Yeah, that's part of it. Yeah. Yeah. Kind of like your early vids, like on Genshin. Something like that. Yeah. Something like that. Definitely something like this one. Of course, not exactly like it, but like, you know, the gist of it. Kind of like internet historian. In a way. Yes. Kind of like Necrit explaining League story. Not more so exploring League story, not explaining it, but yes. Something like that. I kind of want to rebrand because I'm very much burnt out. I just don't want to do VTuber stuff all the time. It sucks. Chatterbait streams when? No. No. Video essays? I don't know if they're called video essays. Oh, IH is a bad topic right now. I heard there's a lot of internet historia drama now. Oh my fucking god, this was supposed to be a fucking super chat stream. Super chat reading stream, but apparently there's a lot of internet historian drama right now. Actually, you know what? Let me just look that up. I don't know, but I think it's a good it's as good time as any to watch some of this shit, because apparently all of them stemmed from H. Bomber's guy's video around plagiarism, and apparently internet historian plagiarized a article. I don't know too much about it, but I'd like to see it. That video is on my next watch later. This one. I'm not interested. I'm just interested about the internet historian bit, because internet historian is like my idol, dude. When I first saw the internet historian drama on Twitter, it's like, internet historian plagiarism, brother. Like, internet historian's content is the most transformative type of content out there. And then I scrolled through on the Twitter threads, and I'm like, wait, there's a lot of people that are genuinely upset. I wanted to hear this. H Bomber's video covering it is like a 25 segment. H Bomber guy made a video about several guys who did plagiarism. IH wasn't the only guy. I know, but I guess IH was the only. IH was the most notable figure there because of his sheer size. So I wonder where the part here is transformative. Is about internet historian. Illuminati. Oh, there's also like an entire drama about Illuminati that I've always wanted to get into. But I don't know if you guys are interested about that, because apparently she did a lot of things that exposed her, and then it resulted to Illuminati's like channel actually dying. I mean, chat, I thought my channel died. I thought like me and Nux and several other VTubers and like content creators, our channel suffered when we got cancelled and everything, right? But at least I still get some videos that reach like 50k and 100k views, right? But for Illuminati, when he got exposed, he like fucking sunk, bro. So like in her most recent videos, the algorithm definitely fucking hates her now. Look at this shit. And I'm curious to see what exactly happened. But there's a lot of videos around it. I just don't know which comprehensive ones I want to make. Illuminati has been in the fire for a while. Yeah. Bomber guy exposed her to. Yeah, I saw the Illuminati bit. That's why I got like curious. I want to watch the internet historian part. I'm not really interested in all of these, except maybe Illuminati, the cave story. Okay, I think this is it. Is it okay if we react to this? But we just cover the internet historian stuff? Waiting for the right opinion vid on her to drop. Lol. Oh god, yeah. I'm actually, you know what? I hope if there's anyone that can make a comprehensive summary about everything regarding YouTuber bullshit, YouTuber drama, I would think the right opinion is the best at summarizing it. I don't necessarily agree with all of his opinions, but I found that his summaries on certain things was comprehensive. But yes, it should be fine. Maybe credit the vid later. Actually, you know what? Let's just credit the video right now. Share, copy. I'm going to put it in the description right now, just in case someone tells me that, you know, I'm plagiarizing this guy. I mean, XQC was fucking able to react to this, right? I just saw the thumbnail earlier, so I imagine I'm allowed to do that too. Would you say he has the right opinion? Real. Did someone ask already if the recent bombings affected him? It did not affect me. I'm relatively far away. Well, not exactly far away, but I'm like a decent distance away from the bombing stuff that happened in Marawi. But yeah, I definitely heard a lot about it. Yeah. The Internet Historian, here we go.
Man in Cave is about Floyd Collins, a cave explorer who in 1925 got
Can you hear
trapped
it?
in a cave. Nice one, Floyd. The video is an hour and 10 minutes long and pretty detailed, covering the events hour by hour as they happen. What a unique way of telling the story. The video implies a deep level of research and understanding, and that animation's pretty cool too. The video
One of Internet Historian's best videos, by the way. Well, not necessarily best videos, but it's like top 5. I actually rewatched it twice.
It was uploaded on September 29th, 2022 and was extremely successful, garnering like 10 million views in the few months since it went online. It was deemed so entertaining it became the thing every Twitch streamer put on while they went and did something else to keep their audience busy. Ooh, that's a good chunk of change right there. But then in March of this year, the video disappeared. Any links to the video took you to a blank page saying it was unavailable because of a copyright claim. Usually with really popular videos though, YouTube resolves this quickly to avoid negative attention, but this was down for a while, and then it stayed down. What's going on here? Let's look into this a bit. This video is no longer available due to a claim by Pro Sportority Limited doing business as Minute Media. That's what DBA means, by the way, aren't I clever? Minute Media is a publisher of digital content. One of their brands is Mental Floss, a digital news and entertainment site, which also has a YouTube channel. So, did he use some of their copyrighted images or the YouTube channel's footage? Well, it doesn't look like the channel has ever covered Floyd Collins. The Mental Floss website, however, has. In 2018, Lucas Riley wrote a story about the 1925 cave rescue that captivated the nation. Uh-oh. This article is an extremely detailed summary of the story of Floyd Collins. Uh-oh. In fact, it makes the unique choice of covering the events hour by hour. Oh, he didn't. He did not just—
Floyd tried to breathe calmly. His left arm was pinned underneath his torso, his right wedged by the rock ceiling above. Beneath him, sharp crystal shards dug into his skin. When he did attempt to shuffle, more gravel and rocks would tumble from above.
Question. Do you get the maybe I'm just biased towards Internet Historian, and maybe I am, and 100% I'm going to admit straight flat out that I am, because this guy is the reason, literally the reason why I called myself the VTuber Historian. It's because he's like he's like my absolute favorite content creator. What do you think are the chances that he has an editor make his script and does the research for him? What do you think? So you have to make stuff about history to not be accused of plagiarism? He cheated on his homework, 100%, very high. I kinda get the impression that he has someone working for his research and maybe even his script. Especially if it's like for massive endeavors. I don't know. High, but he approved it? Yeah, I guess. Like, he didn't check for plagiarism, I guess. He tried to hide this? Really? Actually, you know what? Yeah, I think the video will try to explore it later on. TBH, his scripts on the main channel are far off from his incognito mode vids. I think his incognito mode vids are like more so on the spot stuff more than like scripted. Anyway.
Pile onto his feet. He should try untying his shoes, said one. No, we should send him down with a contortionist who's got a mallet and a chisel. Hey, how about using dynamite? One clique formed, insisting that it was a great idea, till they started arguing about gas torches. But by far the most common suggestion, of course, was amputation. So he removes his suit, drapes himself in coveralls.
Yeah, so far this is kind of damning on my guy's part, but yeah.
But Floyd didn't really answer any of his questions. In fact, he was incoherent. So Miller took a few mental notes, and he left.
That's not plagiarism he's showing, though. I mean, if he's, like, reading it, if he's, like, just taking actual snippets of the article, and not originally... apparently, he didn't link the article or cite, or, like, you know, make a reference to his sources until they actually, like, you know, got taken down and whatever. But, this seems damning so far. He never credited the original work. Yeah, keep watching.
Somehow,
okay.
Homer mustered the strength to altogether wrench the cord from the other men's hands. The rope went slack. Homer, Floyd, and the rope lay limp on the cave floor. No progress had been made.
Yeah.
For the first time in YouTube history, a copyright claim is real. Internet historians stole Lucas Riley's article, used it as a script for a 70-minute video, gave him no credit, and uploaded it for money. But let's consider an alternative explanation, just to be fair.
Yeah, that was a very oversimplified version of it. But okay, I disagree with that, sir. I disagree with that conclusion. So far, I think the internet historian took... Yeah, actually, you know what, let's just finish this
This was a
bit.
real historical event. They're both telling the same true story, so of course they're going to be similar. That's a good point, you're very smart. But there's a difference between using the same sources or recounting the same history and telling the exact same story in the same way using the same words. And if going hour by hour didn't make it obvious, the fact it copies the rest of the structure makes it blatant. The opening, which covers Floyd entering the cave, even uses the same image used at that point in the article. Soon after, when Floyd first becomes trapped, the article flashes back to Floyd's childhood. The video copies this narrative framing and does the same thing, flashing back after he's trapped, and even tells the same anecdotes about his past.
Floyd has been exploring the caves of Kentucky since he was merely 6 years old. And as he grew up, he gained a reputation for being a very daring caver. He would dive into some hole on one side of town and emerge miles away on someone else's property.
This one's interesting because the words are quite a bit different. Instead, it's copying the article visually by having him literally pop his head out like a gopher. You know how in the previous segments I've been showing all the really obvious examples to get the point across? Man in Cave is over an hour long. If I showed the funniest examples, we'd be here all day.
Gerald knew more about cave rescues than most. In fact, just that summer prior, he had helped untangle Floyd from a different snag. Everybody was shaken by the experience. Burden fainted as he crawled towards the exit. Most of the other men had to be carried away. World of Tanks is not only the best game I have ever played.
Okay, that one was a joke. Sorry, I couldn't resist. There are some differences between the two, though. Internet Historian's video has mistakes. He gets the weight of the rock pinning Collins's leg down wrong. He says it's 33 pounds, while the article lists 27. Every credible source I can find has it listed as around 27 pounds, give or take, and the Wikipedia page lists 26. The rock weighs about 26.5 pounds. How do I know this? We still have it. We've weighed it. It's 26.5 pounds. How did he make this mistake when all his sources, including the one he was plagiarizing, say otherwise? It's almost like when he was loosely rewriting the script to seem more original, he accidentally changed some of the facts of the story. Or maybe it was on purpose. It's slightly harder to say it was plagiarized now. I mean, how could he be ripping anyone off if he got the facts wrong? Man in Cave is also a little confused about the fucking cave? In 1917, Collins discovered a beautiful cave full of stalagmites on his family's land, which he named Crystal Cave. They tried to turn it into a tourist.
It feels like the conclusions that H. Bomber guy has, let's say, stated so far are a bit of a, you know, it seems like he easily attributes everything to malice so easily. I don't know if it's a principle thing or maybe we just have different opinions and different ways to think about things. But when shit like this happens, I would like to explore possibilities and attribute things first to ignorance and accidental stuff more so than intentional malicious stuff, right?
Tourist attraction, but this didn't pan out. He then tried looking for a new cave on his neighbor's property, and this is the cave he got trapped in while clearing out, which was later named Sand Cave once he became trapped. This is covered in the article, as well as being common knowledge about this story. Internet Historian treats them like the same one cave and calls it Sand Cave. So now the story has insane shit, like Floyd advertising Sand Cave to tourists, which literally never happened because he died in it before it could open for business. That's what the story is about! This isn't nitpicking. Okay, it is. But this is the cave in Manin Cave. It would be nice if he got the cave right. This is the place most people my age are going to learn about Floyd Collins, and it's a shame they're learning history that's not true. Here's a funny thing I noticed, because I'm one of those weird cave people. We prefer the term amateur speleologist, but he keeps using this picture to represent the grotto Floyd is trying to reach.
On the other side is this. Until he found this hollow.
This isn't a picture of that hollow. There are no pictures. No one's even seen it apart from Floyd. And because I'm insane, I recognize this picture. It's from the website of Crystal Onyx Cave in Kentucky, which is about 12 miles away from the Mammoth Cave system the video is talking about. This cave is often confused with other nearby caves because the names are similar and they're so close by. So it's an understandable mistake to use this image instead of one from the right cave system. But I do find it really funny a picture being used to represent part of Mammoth is from a site whose title reads, "We're not Mammoth." Like, they tried to warn you, buddy. And I saw people congratulate this video for the effort that went into it. I assume they're talking about the animation, which is pretty decent. Internet Historian's team did a good job with this, especially considering its length, a compliment I've received myself many times. That's one reason why this is all so disappointing. This could have been good and not been stolen. We can do both. Riley is a really talented writer and researcher. He was the articles editor for Mental Floss back when it had a physical magazine.
I don't know what the term is. How is it? It feels like he's intentionally misrepresenting and putting words in a lot of internet historians' intentions here for some reason. H. Bumber snark his farts too often. H. Bumber, that's always been H. Bumber guy. He strawmans more often than not. Oh, strawman is the term for it? Okay.
With folks who worked on it calling him its...
Let's actually improve the speed here, just so I can get the thing.
beating heart. Riley is a very well-regarded, award-winning writer with a skill for telling gripping stories, and I can tell Internet Historian agrees with me, so it's a shame he gave him no credit for his work, even as it contributed to what must have been a huge amount of income for him. Doubtless more than Riley ever made for writing it in the first place. Internet Historian sometimes cites his sources when they come up. He'll have text saying where it's from, and that's a good practice, but this makes his choice to never cite or mention Riley obvious. He's trying to hide it. Sometimes the way he tries to look like he's done research and wrote this video himself is very funny. There's a bit where he's reading the article out loud, as usual, then pauses and acts like he's about to read something else, and just keeps reading the fucking article.
Near the final squeeze, large cracks had formed.
Yeah.
The ceiling was beginning to droop. Alright, so the following is a recounting of events from one of Carmichael's men, Casey Jones. Casey and another worker spent about an hour in the cave, but he heard Collins moaning ahead, so he pushed himself on. He managed to make it through the squeeze, and he arrived at the...
Yeah, no, I think it's undeniable that this is 100%, like, he plagiarized. Like, Internet Historian definitely, like, you know, side by side took up a lot of the thing. Like, I think that's undeniable at this point.
10-foot pit. Seeing Floyd trapped, he tried to ignore the pebbles that were tumbling behind him.
Internet Historian wants you to think he's telling you a story he made after doing a lot of research. He doesn't want to read you a good story he found. He wants to pretend he wrote it. But this, the obvious fact it's plagiarism and it's wrong, that's the easy stuff. What's interesting is what happened next.
Okay.
I've been standing on my feet for ages. I'm gonna have to sit down.
What happened next?
That's better. This is my living room where I keep all the books I pretend to have read, and also my board games. Yes, I'm one of those people. I even have a board game about caving. This is quite hard to find nowadays, so I had to get it from Germany. They love board games there because they're not afraid to look one another in the eye. I can't wait to spiel this cave game. For my money, that's the best joke I've ever written. Hold on, we're doing a video about plagiarism. Let's get this set up properly. Aha. But then... This is a whole style of video now, and by style, I mean one person did it first and then a bunch of boring people ripped her off. Stealing from lots of places is inspiration, but stealing from one place is plagiarism, unless you call it the bread tube style, and then it's fine. I don't even know what a bread tube is.
Did he actually claim he wrote for the story? I don't think Internet Historian claimed that, but by not crediting the work, it is very easy for the masses to assume that he was the one who actually wrote it up. I think I agree with the part that internet historian definitely, whether by accident or intentionally, like plagiarized something here.
I just woke up one day and was told that I was in it and that people hated me for being in it. I don't even know what it is. Anyway, when someone from Mental Floss noticed the plagiarism and filed a copyright claim, internet historian tweeted about the video's disappearance, but in a kinda suspicious way. He obviously knew why it got claimed, but he chose not to say why, so his audience could freely speculate amongst themselves for hundreds of posts about all the ridiculous reasons YouTube takes things down. Some of them noticed Pro Sportority is based out of Israel and got anti-
Chat, I think so far, what I think is that, well, yeah, 100%. At this point, I think the evidence presented makes me think that, yeah, 100% internet historian did a little oopsie here. But do I think that it's all with the kind of malicious intent that H. Bomber guy presents? Not necessarily. I feel like he's making it a lot. He's making internet historian a lot more malicious than than what might have actually happened, but we don't know that yet. Let's proceed.
Semitic about it, but ironically so it's fine. What an interesting audience he's built. All this needless speculation has helped to create a smokescreen. People assume the video was taken down for a bullshit reason and there is no clear explanation, when there is one, and he didn't give it to them on purpose. Internet historian has taken videos down before. A lot of them, in fact.
Wait, really?
Dozens. None of these seem to be because of plagiarism. He says he just doesn't think they're very good anymore. I think he got a bit of what we in the business call trolls remorse. Like, oh, maybe this video was inappropriate and normal people would judge me for it. And he got rid of that video that's just a bunch of Tucker Carlson clips and reading a hentai in an extremely racist Japanese man impression. That's not advertiser friendly, and we want those World of Tanks bucks, don't we? But since his fans are, normal cool people, they saved all those old videos, and there are several channels dedicated purely to re-uploading.
I did not know this. What the fuck? Internet historian had these videos? I need to check them out. Damn, and I call myself an internet historian fan. I did not know that.
Inconvenient stuff, and some of them tried to re-upload Man in Cave and instantly got hit with a copyright claim as well because the video is in YouTube system.
If it was not malicious, he would have presented excuse and re-up with the credit. If it was not malicious, he would have presented excuse and re-upload with the credit. Well, I guess let's wait for the segment to finish until I make my final verdict.
Now, here's a screenshot that was posted of one of these claims. The infringing video blatantly and unlawfully plagiarized verbatim text from our article, and the placement, pacing, and presentation of content is almost identical to the article. Speaking from experience, normally claims aren't anywhere near this detailed. The article's owners are not messing around. This is how we found out about the plagiarism. Kat was browsing her drama Reddits, as she does a lot, and she saw a post with this smoking gun in it. It's amazing how easy it is for a story like this to not get spread.
5 months ago,
even when it's for a video this popular. The furthest the story has got so far is a thread proving it, just sitting in a random subreddit with like 90 upvotes. If Kat hadn't seen this, I wouldn't be talking about it, and you wouldn't know it happened either. So, thanks, Kat. You're so cool. I love you. Most YouTubers in this situation would fight a copyright claim publicly, arguing their case where everyone could see it, which would force YouTube to take notice and do something about it. People at YouTube on Twitter all the time and get responses and see things fixed. I once tweeted randomly about an old test video I deleted getting copyright claimed somehow. I didn't even at YouTube about it, and they still found it and asked me for more information. They're pretty diligent about responding to people messaging them on social media with problems. Internet historian can't start a public case about this because he is in the wrong. He stole an article for money, and bringing attention to it would just broadcast to his audience he did 70 minutes of plagiarism. Right now, not many people know about this, although some of his viewers have noticed how strange it is he's avoiding talking about it. Why isn't he telling his audience who to get mad at and go after? Why isn't he giving his completely normal fans marching orders? Because he ripped someone off and he doesn't want you to find out, that's why. In May, 2 months after the video disappeared, a new version was uploaded, claiming to be a re-upload of the previous one. But then, 2 days later, it went private. On the internet.
Wait, really? Yeah, I watched this like twice.
Historian Reddit post about the re-upload, the big guy himself wrote about there being some complications. Again, being vague about what's going on. This new version would remain private for about 2 months. It's not clear why. In July...
Wait, really? Why are there like massive big gaps of time here? I didn't notice.
This video, it finally came back up, but only unlisted. You can watch it, but it doesn't show up in a search or your recommendations.
Oh,
you
it's
can't
unlisted.
watch this video now unless you know it exists and go looking for it and get the link from somewhere else. This new version has quite a few changes. It opens with this new clip explaining what happened, but in the vaguest way possible.
Sorry for the re-upload, fellas. The original got copy struck.
Again, we have a comment about it being copy struck, but no explanation why. He's still hiding what happened, in a pretty sneaky way this time. You see, this graphic of the copy strike has been edited. The notice on the video actually looks like this. It shows who made the copyright claim, but obviously he doesn't want people looking up the company behind it, because then people will find out why the video is unavailable. So now he's editing screenshots to try to hide what he did. The re-upload uses mostly the same animation and tells the same story, but lots of the voiceover has been rewritten to try to sound less like the article. Here's a section I showed you earlier.
His left arm was pinned underneath his torso, his right wedged by the rock ceiling above.
Now here's the HD remaster.
His right arm is wedged against the roof of the cave, and his left is stuck in place underneath his torso.
He flipped the order he talked about the arms and reworded how he talked about them. He hasn't really solved the overall plagiarism, he just changed the words more than last time.
Beneath him, sharp crystal shards dug into his skin.
He can feel the sharp crystals on the ground poking into his back. Floyd tried to breathe calmly. Floyd took slow, steady breaths, so he removed his suit.
So he
drapes
tried to
himself with
fix
coveralls,
it without
and
letting
grabs
his
a lantern.
audience
Miller
know.
thinks for a moment, then says, yeah, all right. He grabs a lantern.
In the past, we've seen people reword stuff they stole and hope they don't get caught. But now we're getting a special treat. We get to watch someone go back and try to change it even more. Like, no, we already know you stole this now. You can't take it back and pretend you didn't.
But Floyd didn't really answer any of his questions. In fact, he was incoherent. So Miller took a few mental notes, and he left. But Floyd didn't really answer any of his questions. There's nothing Miller can do. So he hurriedly turns around. Homer, Floyd, and the rope lay limp on the cave floor. Floyd fell back down. Homer, Miller, Burton, and the other 3 men were flat on their backs.
I want to get across how much worse written this version is. Riley's article has a chilling section about Floyd spending an entire day trapped screaming for help. He began a tormenting routine. Sleep, wake, scream. Sleep, wake, scream. Sleep, wake, scream. Minutes melted into hours. His voice disappeared.
That's a good
His arms
writing.
tingled numb. Pain radiated up his ankle.
That's good
This
writing.
is vivid storytelling. I can feel
Yeah.
myself going insane, even imagining being trapped there for 25 hours. It's a really good passage. Internet historian liked
I
it
agree.
too, so he stole it.
He's at the start of a very tiring loop. Sleep, wake, yell. Sleep, wake, yell.
Yeah, that's
Hours
kinda
passed.
damning.
His voice gave in. Arms tingled numb. Pain radiating up his ankle. Here he remained in the dark for the next 23
If you're
hours.
trying to hide things, that might show some intent on his part. Yeah, I can see that happening a lot more clearly now, yeah.
Now, in the remake, he has to tell the same story, but with completely new words, so we get this.
So there's Floyd in the dark, yelling out for help, yelling into the pitch black. After a while, his voice would give out, and he would have to sleep to recuperate. He would then wake sometime later, remember where he is, and begin yelling again for help. Here he remained in the dark for the next 23 hours.
It's just not as effective. The feeling of being stuck in that cycle for dozens of hours is gone. It's quite difficult to take a story you got from an article and tell it again without using any of the words you liked.
Floyd has been exploring the caves of Kentucky since he was merely 6 years old.
Oh, I guess I can't mention Kentucky now. That makes it obvious. Better re-record.
Floyd started his caving career at the tender age of 6.
Some of the changes give away how uncreative he was, just how much he relied on Riley's work, even with the most basic shit. He used his words about someone's hands being bruised and purple.
Parts were harder to navigate than before, especially now with their bruised and purple hands.
So in the new version, this had to be changed.
Parts were harder to navigate than before, doubly so with their bruised and rock-shredded hands.
Why would you not
Is internet historian a VTuber chat? Discuss.
just write a new description of some hands in the first place? This is so lazy. What is wrong with this guy? And despite all these changes, the factual errors about the cave and the rock are still the same. It's like this version was made to annoy me. It's especially hard to make major changes when you already made the animations. It's almost impossible to remove Lucas's influence without doing so much work it's not even worth it. For example, the gopher section has been completely removed since it was directly copying an anecdote from the article. He's replaced it with a new segment, which is just C-tier reference humor.
He would go off on his own, disappearing into the caves for many hours at a time. Have you seen that movie, The Descent? It was a lot like that.
Holy crap, Lois, this is just like that movie. Some of Riley's article was too short and simple to meaningfully change, so those parts have just been taken out.
And all they could do was leave for now and reassess. Everybody was shaken by the experience. Burton fainted as he crawled towards the exit. Most of the other men had to be carried away, and all they could do was leave for now and rest.
Since it can't use any of the clever words it stole anymore, the whole thing's been dumbed down.
Now, Floyd was trapped in a supine position. So Floyd is trapped laying down like this.
Imagine sitting down to watch your favorite show and the streaming service has replaced it with a different cut where all the characters talk like idiots now.
You made me look bad, and that's not good.
I feel bad for the people who enjoyed the original. People in the comments and on the Reddit page are asking why he changed it and why all their favorite lines are missing. They don't know why because he didn't tell them. Why is the new version of the video unlisted and not public? Well, it could be because it's a lot worse, but mainly, by being so much worse, it kind of gives away what he did. This video's fans obviously want it back up, but if it goes back up and it's obviously much worse written now, the 10+ million people who saw it the first time, potentially even more than once, will wonder why it's different and look into why and maybe find out. But if it stays down, people will wonder why it's down and look into why and find out. It's like he's trying to delay the inevitable wider discovery of what he did by letting the video exist, but as quietly as possible, so no one wonders where the video went, but not too many people see it and notice the differences. It's a precarious situation, and I don't envy him, but he does deserve it. Right now, he looks like a plagiarist and a liar, and a coward who's willing to ruin his own video and let it gather dust unlisted in the corner to try and hide what he did. To be fair, the new version now actually cites Riley's article. Whenever a section was too difficult to change, but too significant to remove, he keeps it in and cites the article at the bottom. In the original, there were several places where he quoted the same sources Riley quoted, and in this version, just to be safe, he also cites the article to make it clear that's where he got it. The description of this version also acknowledges the talented Mr. Riley and links to his work. This would have been cool if he'd done all this the first time and not tried to hide it, but this is like if Philip re-uploaded a very slightly changed version of the plagiarized videos and just put thanks to Boomstick Gaming in the description. It's too late to hide what he's done, though that hasn't stopped him from trying. Oh, late breaking update. A couple weeks ago, the Man in Cave re-upload became public again. I wondered how he would stop people noticing its weird changes. Then, days later, he uploaded this year's new video, so people's attention is onto the next thing now. The only people who really noticed the video coming back are the, hardcore fans. This was a real clever boy move. If I wanted to sneak my weirdly changed re-upload back out without too many people noticing,
Sorry
this
for
is how I'd
laughing.
do it. And all I'd have to do next was hope no one ever makes the video I'm making right now. Oops. Right, my eyes have gone fuzzy, so it's time to get back up. Ah, my knees really hurt too. Okay, I threw out an IKEA Poang to make room for this beanbag chair, and it's rubbish. I love sacks full of balls, but not this much. Don't get a beanbag chair.
Oh, God! Jesus!
Hey, the mic's still out of frame. That's nice, that never happens. I don't know, a proper apology would be nice, and maybe an explanation for why it happened. As far as I can tell, this is the only video where he's just ripped something off like this. I hope. You know, why did he do it for this one? Really, I just want to know where he got 33 pounds. I'm a simple man with simple needs, Yorkshire puddings with a little bit of gravy on top, and explanations for discrepancies in numbers. My parents never took me to see a psychologist, so I assume that's normal. In the meantime, I'm very happy to accept the award for Jack's film's second best video of 2022. The version from 2022 is gone. Get it off the list, Jack. Bump me up. Now, what's the first place one? And how do I destroy it? Oh, it's the steamed hams one where an animator did like a million different styles. That one's really good. And it even tells you which styles it's doing and when in the description.
I guess that's it, huh? So I guess in summary, what H-Bomber guy is trying to say here is that internet historian has 100% like plagiarized a person or an article, a very decently written article, I would actually think, just based off of the snippets that we have. Did not credit it at first, and although I can see the argument that although he might not be hiding that it was not his work, he didn't really allude to the fact that it wasn't his either. He didn't credit, I guess. I think that's the main problem. He didn't credit a lot of the things. And H-Bomber tries to assume, or not really tries to assume, directly says that the reason why a historian in IH might not have done that is because he wants to keep everything as low profile as he can. Like, you know, not share to people that he made a yab, basically. But if the fact that internet historian is back with sorry, hold on. If the internet historian has this anymore, and the actual person behind it has been credited, and it seems like the fact that it's not taken down means that they have all permissions now. They've worked something behind the scenes. That tells me that he tried to rectify this. He might have tried to hide it, but he tried to rectify this. Why did he do it? Why did he do what? Not try to hide it, I guess? I can get behind the idea that maybe 100% he might have tried to hide it. You know? Yeah, I can actually agree with that. Does it necessarily mean that it was malicious? Probably. You know? I mean, nobody is completely and fully a saint here in the industry. Like, you know, there's no... I actually can say that IH has not been very transparent about it, I guess. Like, he hasn't really told his fan base what happened or tried to issue a statement on what happened and everything. And, you know, he tried to bury it so that nobody finds it. And then somebody, you know, H-Bomber eventually did find it. And it became a massive yab for him. Yeah, as with many cases, the cover-up just makes it even worse. I wouldn't put this up to malice. The point is about a bigger issue. A single argument in a 3-hour essay. I mean, I don't think, like, you know, I still think it made sense, though. Like, obviously, I wouldn't say that all of this is plagiarism. Some parts of it are definitely, like, directly taken from the entire video, and I would think that one article has... okay, like, I would think that internet historian based his entire script around that one article. That's probably why it happened. But, you know... it's still, it kind of looks bad on IH, I would think. Yeah, I'm trying to like form a cohesive opinion here. At first, I thought it could have been accidental, but him not being transparent makes him look guilty. That was what I was trying to say. Honestly, being too proud to apologize makes more sense than seeking redemption from a mob of psychos. That depends, right? Because if he's being professional about it, as long as he doesn't apologize the same way I apologized and like made an entire song and dance, cried about it or something, I think a lot of his community would actually find it, you know, understandable. But he didn't. Usagi, directly taken plagiarism. But by the way, isn't he kind of forced to hide the video at first and fix the problem before showing the fixed video? Maybe he was in private legal discussions with the owner of the article. He can always salvage this. I would think he salvaged it already, right? This obviously, like, you know, they obviously made an agreement here. But yeah, this kinda looks bad on him. Am I still gonna watch a lot of internet historians' videos? Unfortunately, fortunately or unfortunately, depending on like how you see internet historian, I guess I still will. Honestly, so far yet though. That's the only video that got plagiarized, right? Or something. I would think that's the only one. Everything else, yeah. He's not as bad as the other examples in the video. I mean, he's not as bad as fucking Illuminati. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say that, you know? It still casts a shadow. The internet is not kind. I wholeheartedly understand what he did to protect himself. I say it's one mistake out of the collection. Keep enjoying his stuff. Yeah, I don't think it kind of soured my overall like perception of the internet historian, I would think. But Illuminati, from the just basing off the things that I've heard from her, apparently he hired people to actually maliciously like harass them or whatever. That's an entire rabbit hole that I'd like to get into sometime in the future. But yes, how you been, mate? I'm fine. Yes, I'm fine. The disasters hasn't really hit me much aside from a few broken stuff. He's censoring comments in the new video. He is. Like deleting them? He censored one of my comments. I mean, here's the thing. YouTube has sometimes this thing where it doesn't really register his videos. I also get those incidents sometimes where a lot of people are claiming that I deleted their videos, when in reality, I didn't do jack shit, brother. YouTube is just deleting them, like, without me doing anything. Like, it happens. So, you know, yeah. Thank you, Master Churro. Morning, Usagi. Morning, Gomi. Narrative question. As a Spanish-English speaking person, why do you think Spanish-speaking VTubing is not popular? Also, have heard anything about Vispo EN? I've heard a lot of... the only thing that I've heard about Vispo EN is the fact that they're still going on an audition call right now. There's new members, at least. And why I think the Spanish-speaking VTuber is not so popular is the fact of the language barrier. I think the Spanish demographic is massively popular. It's just not massively popular on the EN side of things because, you know, it's definitely an entirely different market. That's like saying why are like how do I want to say this? Like why are black people not popular in Japan or something? You know, there are I'm so muddled. I'm still thinking about the internet historian stuff. But yes, I'm gonna censor that. Well, not necessarily censor, but blot that out. It's like, you know, they're entirely two different worlds. They're very much big and popular in their own right. It's just that there's very few overlap because they're ESLs, and the other one is EFL, English First Language. Yeah. JP to EN is a good example. Yeah, I would think so. Well, not necessarily, because a lot of JP branches, JP members are very popular in the EN side of things, right? And I think that the reason for that solely is because of HoloLive. At least in the HoloLive side of things. In the Jisanji, I don't think there's a lot of overlap, actually. Should have used China in example. Okay, yeah, sorry. You mean to say that there's a cultural barrier? So, yeah. Not spam. Example, in Twitch, Meika, she is JP/ES. Meika is Hisoramina, right? Yes. Oh god. Chat, I'm just gonna say, I have a fucking Waktor video coming. So yes. So yeah, that's the internet historian stuff, I guess. Cuteness transcends language or cultural barriers. Well, yeah, but it affects like live viewerships, I would think. Like you're not gonna catch many EN speakers watching a fucking Espanol focused or JP focused stream unless it's from fucking HoloLive or something, or unless they're like mixed. Hold on, let me just look at. Now that this is over, let's actually just read off of some super chats right now. Before I see any interesting comment, at least. Charlie Spun, Mustachio Man, Rick X Boy, Firework, Nop, Madine, Sky, thanks for the super chat. A lot of these guys are repeat super chats, so there's like thank you a lot for the whole stuff. I am Latino and I have to say Japanese are loyal and the EN people are enthusiastic, but Latinos are obsessive. It's a huge market, but you need to be careful. Apparently, because here this is just what I've heard. I can't say to the truthfulness of it, but apparently Latinos are very I guess what the Westerners call it is culturally appropriate or culturally politically correct, I guess is the right term for it. A lot of Latinos are apparently not politically correct. They don't really care much about what like Spanish or not Spanish, like English politics have to say about the stuff that they like, if they like something. But apparently there's a culture gap, a culture barrier that makes a lot of EN speakers upset. They're not gonna give a shit about it, and rather they're going to go full ham actually and be a bit more antagonistic or something. Like they're very direct, for better or worse, right? Like sea people, I guess. Yeah, I would agree. Southeast Asians are also like that. So like the EN side of things and the Spanish side of things, like mixing, would require a lot of careful threading, or like, you know, they need to walk carefully, tread the line very carefully to make sure that nothing happens, you know? And I think that's going to be a massive, massive challenge that HoloLive Espanol, if it's gonna come, or Idol Espanol is gonna come. That's like a massive problem that they're gonna have to face. Because these people, there's going to be a lot of political disagreements with a lot of the members as well as a lot of the fan bases. It's like oil and water. A seawater and fresh water combining together. You know? Call them Latinx and they'll shank you. Sure. Thank you. I'm looking forward to Idol ESP. I hope that Idol has the resources to do it. I mean, to like research stuff, I guess. Eastern Europeans as well lack filters. I'd argue mixing EN with ES is bound to fail. I mean, okay, maybe I think that you shouldn't mix them. It's more so separate them, but have a decent enough overlap where you can actually tell that they are from the same company. You know? Kind of like what HoloLive ID and HoloLive EN does. Like, obviously, HoloLive EN and HoloLive ID are very much like different branches with very distinct identities. And there's enough overlap to associate the two branches that they're under HoloLive and that they're basically, you know, they're the same, but enough distinction to give them enough of a separate identity to have its own separate branch. Just enough joint stream. Sorry if ignorant, but is there a big culture diff between ES and Espanol that would cause a big political issue, or is it just a branding thing? I just said it. I think it's the fact that a lot of Espanol speakers are not what a lot of EN speakers deem politically correct. I would think that a lot of Espanol speakers are definitely politically incorrect. You know? That doesn't necessarily mean that they're on the right, you know, the right-leaning side of the political sphere. But more so, they're not exactly as careful with wording and not exactly indirect as a lot of people think. Like people, like Spanish speakers aren't going to call like mentally ill people neurodivergent. They're gonna call them autistic or dumb or mentally ill or whatever, right? They are gonna use terms that's going to be raising a lot of eyebrows in the EN side of things. I mean, we already saw that with fucking Niji EN, right? Yeah. They're definitely going to call people the R word. Holo PH would end in flames? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. I actually think that a lot of the, you know, a lot of the Filipino VTubers that the Filipino industry has are actually well informed about being politically correct, but are secretly enjoying. But you know, they give off the impression that they're politically correct, but are actually not. They enjoy being politically incorrect. Yes. Different culture clash, I guess. Yes. And I think that distinction is important. You need to separate people that have separate cultures. And it takes for a skilled manager and a skilled company structure to make that happen. And I hope Idol ES and Hololive ES will have the guts, not the guts, but like the skills and the resources to make that happen. PHTH and ID is the biggest VTuber branch in SEA. No. It's just ID and Thailand. Actually. VTubing PH, like in the Philippines, has like absolutely gone downhill since Cometa died. Yeah, obviously, Cometa deserved to burn, but no Filipino venture has even went as far as Maha 5 or like the Algorithm project. So, no. Absolutely, Philippines does not have any right to stand next to them. I would actually think the Malaysian side of things have a bit more ground than Filipino branches. I mean, have you fucking heard of My Holo TV? Then again, yes. Yes. We have PH VTubers? Yes. And we also have a lot of PH agencies too. We have a lot. It's just that none of them are like even remotely close to Maha 5 or Algorithm or My Holo. Maybe a bit closer to My Holo TV, but I wouldn't say so. At least I haven't verified the information, you know. ...2024 incoming new branch, Holo KR, Holo ESKR in the first half and ES in the second half. I don't know. That depends on Hololive because Hololive hasn't really said anything about expanding to the Espanol side of things. They did say that they are going for the European side, but you know, European could obviously also mean the Espanol side because Portuguese and Spanish speakers, you know. It's just that if they did intend to go there, they might as well just specify the Spanish side too because there's Mexico and Latin America. Cometa, I forgot. This name sounds familiar somehow. Cometa is like the biggest VTuber agency in the Philippines until like the CEO got outed to be like apparently very fucking childish and like very black company-ish. And that all the okay, that's an entire drama in of itself. I think I'll make a video about it soon. Maybe, if I'm interested. I heard they're hiring Koreans, according to Kiara. Yeah, I talked about that earlier. Yeah, I think them expanding to Korea would be a good move. Though I don't think that I don't necessarily know or think that they're gonna make a Holo KR branch. It feels too niche of a demographic. Besides, how many fucking Koreans are like in Korea? Like the population in terms. Korea population. South Korea at least. SK South Korea population. Oh wow, yeah, that's not that much. I guess the only way I can see Cover Corp having a decent percentage of the market share in South Korea would be if they fight the K-pop industry. And you know what? I don't... fucking Cover Corp is not gonna fight the K-pop industry, bro. There's just no chance. The K-pop industry, like YG Entertainment, Stone Music, fucking whatever, they're gonna fucking murder Cover Corp. They can't do it. Legitimately. They can't. It would be so fucking hard. Wait, population-wise, it's not much, but VTuber and anime is still pretty popular. But actually, I don't think it's not... The interest does not warrant the popularity, is all I'm gonna say. I mean, it's not warranting an entire new branch, I think. There's virtual K-pop idols now. Yeah, I guess if Hololive tries to fight for a smaller niche, but, you know, take a larger percentage of that niche, I can see that happening. But, how much is, like, the South, virtual idols Korea? I wonder how big the virtual idols in Korea are. Oh god. Okay. Interesting. Let me see you. Wow. Okay, that's actually kind of big. That's kind of big. Who's the VTuber? Performed by Chorong and Jiwoo. So they don't have their own channels? These are completely digital? 3D live models? Yeah, they're going for fucking... Hold on. I'm gonna mute the music. I just wanna watch bits and pieces of it. These are CG. Is this CG? Wait, this doesn't look CG. Unless the CG is just that good. Okay, yeah, this one I can believe is CG. Well, this one doesn't look CG. What the fuck? Or maybe I'm just blind. AI? Hold on, I'm actually confused. I'm about to go in an entire fucking rabbit hole with this one. I'd like to explore the Korean side of the virtual idol industry there. Korean too perfect looking, you can't tell anymore. Here's the thing. That's actually a very big distinction when it comes to identifying the idol culture in Japan and the idol culture in Korea. In Korea, when there's an idol that's gonna debut, the idol has to be absolutely fucking perfect. Like, there has to be nothing, they have to be flawless, basically. They have to be completely a robot, like a beautiful robot that's going to sell a lot of products. In Japan, they definitely thrive off imperfection. They want to give off the idea that, hey, I'm a relatively new idol, I'm still not experienced, I'm still not that good, but with as many performances as I can get, I can improve and learn and, you know, eventually earn your love someday. I hope you support me. Like, they definitely have different appeals. In Japan, they're definitely much more parasocial, seeing the idol as more so not necessarily a product. I would argue Koreans consume their idols more like a product than in Japan. But in Japan, they sell the person more so as a partner or something to root for, like, you know, something to be parasocial of, because they want you to look at this one idol to be this very imperfect person at once and then grow with them, you know, and feel like you're responsible for that growth. Yeah. That's how the Japanese idol industry sells you on their idols. In Japan, in Korea, it's more so they're just one fucking product that you have to throw money at. In Korea, I think it's more punishing, but both industries are equally bad. Yeah, I would say so. They definitely have their own problems. They definitely have different ways of going about the idol industry and have their own distinct traits, but they're both bad. I don't know which one is worse, though. I'm not that well informed about how bad it is in Korea. In Japan, I'm definitely aware, but in Korea, I don't think I'm well versed enough or well informed enough. I just saw you the journey from rags to riches. Anyway, let's look at this shit. So this is CG. Yeah, definitely CG. So, I have a question for people that like this. Does this not feel same? Does this not feel soulless? Right? Because in like in the JP side of things, especially when we see Hololive and Nijisanji, right? Those girls actually fucking practice. These are all animated, and I guess they're given voices. I don't know. I don't want to risk being copyright struck. I don't want to nuke this VOD, but better than MCU CGI lately. Not gonna lie. Hey, I don't blame the CGI people, the SFX studios behind Marvel. Okay, they're working overtime, and like Marvel and Disney is squeezing them for all they're worth. Yes, it does. It's pretty, but no personality. Yeah, that was what I thought of at first. When I looked at this, I thought immediately, this is so fucking soulless. Okay, let me look at the dancing. Yeah, like lack of expression. Very Chuny-esque. Yeah, it's kind of uncanny. The moment Riot releases VTubers of KDA, 90% of the KR VTuber market will be captured. True, especially with Riot's fucking with Riot's hold on the Korean market, that would be fucking massive. They do look like moving dolls, however you interpreted it. Yeah, it feels pretty soulless. I'm not a fan of it. Oh wow, this is a boy band. Okay, 5 million, brother. These are huge numbers. I guess the Korean idol industry is pretty massive, huh? If let's say Hololive or Nijisanji, whichever tries to penetrate the Korean market more, manages to give a lot of soul in the performances and the music videos and whatever to their talents, I think they can genuinely find a good market. Venue did a clip like that, but for their own VTubers. I think KR people prefer real person streaming. Really? When was this uploaded? 8 months ago, bro. 8 fucking months ago. Okay, actually, you know what? So let's look at the Fujos. Well, okay, not the Fujos, but like, you know, the handsome bait. I assume this appeals to the same people that like Korean like men, like BTS or something. It looks like copy paste to me, but Nice likes it. The Korean stuff, this stuff. Looks like I'm looking at an animated manhwa or something. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but K-pop is fueled by their idol culture as well, no? Cannot be surprised by its popularity. Yeah, I guess. It's just that I did not expect relatively a big following. Hold on, let me see. I did not... Chat, look at this! Literally 3 months ago, and it's already got like 6 million views. Like, these people are absolutely, like, popular. There's no doubt about it. Hold on, let me see the others. So, Plave... Oh wow, this looks a lot more anime-ish, aesthetic-wise. Korea definitely has their own art style. Like, this art style, like, more realistic. It's like a blend of 2D, like Chinese and Western animation or art style. I get that sense in Korean stuff. Like, this shit... Wait, hold on. Oh god, I don't want to... it makes me uncomfortable looking at this. K-pop being big. K-Idol's big too. Not that surprising, Imo. Yeah, not that surprised, TBH. I kinda am. Holy fuck, 27 million views? Who are these guys? Hold the fuck up. These guys... Wait, no, never mind. These are, like, real. Never mind, these are real. These are, like, actual flesh tubers. I think Hololive needs to get a piece of the pie from the virtual K-pop. Yeah! Based on what we have right now, I think Hololive might have a chance if they play their cards right. This one's more Japanese aesthetic-wise, though. The art style, at least. Do they have their own channels? So these are not VTubers. They're virtual idols. Like the VTuber, the idols do not have their own individual talents where they can cultivate like parasocial relationships and farm like simps or something. Remember The Last Airbender? That's made by a Korean studio, so it definitely has its own unique and imo good style. Kind of like ASCII back then. This is interesting. $10K. Okay, this doesn't really have that much views. Yeah, yeah. Interesting. Looks like the MMORPG Korean game. It kind of looks like when I look at this, I was reminded of Blade and Soul for some reason. Well, I guess it makes sense because Blade and Soul is, if I remember correctly, a Korean MMORPG. Aren't many animation works, including anime, are outsourced to places like Korea anyway, lol, and China. Yeah. Farm Simps, Lamau. Hey man, I'm just telling it as it is. I'm just saying it, man. Final Fantasy looking motherfuckers. I think it will be tough. Like KR VTubers need to have their own models on debut because it's hard to showcase idol talent on 2D models. We don't know that actually. Metamorph Flinger. Because that sentiment where it's like, you know, virtual idols in Korea okay, here's an example. Back in Japan, back in like 2018, 2019, nobody considered 2D VTubers as a real VTuber. For you to be an actual VTuber, you need to have a 3D outfit, a 3D avatar. It only takes for one 2D virtual idol in Korea to absolutely make it big for a trend to start. Hololive needs to pull a Tsuki no Mito basically if they want to pull a 2D and carve their own niche in like the Korean market. They're gonna be able to do that. Yeah. One on the right looks good. The other is a little uncanny. Yeah, true. What percentage do you think Hololive becomes successful in Korea if there was a Holo KR? Funnily enough, there was actually a Hololive KR. Okay, so for some lore, back when Hololive was basically just copying Nijisanji, Nijisanji started Hololive. Nijisanji started a Nijisanji Korea and Nijisanji India branch. Hololive actually started doing the same. They made accounts for Korean and I think it was India, but they definitely made an account for Korea. They just didn't push on with it. Because I guess, I'm going to assume because they didn't have the resources to actually push on with it. But Nijisanji definitely did. So definitely, I would not push it above or beyond Cover Corp to actually start to push on to Korea right now that they're starting to have something of a foothold there among many VTuber fans. Plave also blew up in Bilibili, that would make sense. Plave did it well, Imo. Plave is this one, right? They're more so 2D though. See, they're doing the fucking Nijisanji stuff. Yeah. Yeah, if this is working in Korea, this can definitely work when Hololive or Nijisanji decides to go here too. Nusagi was with the Greek gods VTuber thing you reacted to. Why did it get so much hype? Did you get sponsored? I did not get sponsored, but it's just that I heard Moist Critical, Charlie, and I just got hyped. K-pop tends to have more and more complex choreography compared to J-pop, so 3D would probably be more important to have a success in Korea. Yeah, I would think so. I would think so. So there was supposed to be a Holo KR debut before, but it didn't pan out somehow. I think Holo KR was definitely just a plan. Just like a simple plan. It didn't go anywhere though. Just a plan. Like something that they thought of but never really went pursued, even like a tenth of the way through. Plave has access to lots of motion tracking stuff because they are under a tech company, I think. Would I think this is better than Nijisanji or what Hololive does? Actually, it's very smooth. Look at this shit. Okay, no, never mind. Obviously, it's a bit scuffed, but rather than a planned debut, I would guess Cover just wanted to lock down account names. Probably. Well, Cover Corp are also a tech company. Well, Cover Corp wants to be a tech entertainment company, though. Like Disney. Actually, you know what? I'm going to try and find it. I could have sworn there was a Hololive Korean account. Yeah! Found it! Found it, chat. I don't know if this is official, though. But this would actually be, here we go. Not sure if this is official, but it would make sense if it was. Based on the naming convention, because Holo ID is definitely named like this, right? For Hololive KR, it's also named the same way, but with no posts and nothing. What the other guy said was right. They definitely probably intended to lock the name so nobody else steals it. And it also lines up to when Nijisanji Korea also started it. Because if I remember correctly, Nijisanji Korea started in like December of 2019. And that's... Hold on. Let me just fact check that real quick. Yeah, 100%. So Nijisanji Korea started in December of 2019. And then Hololive followed. Because again, that was back in a time where Nijisanji was king and Hololive was also just pretty much copying what they were doing. Check the date. Yeah, the date lines up. I think Korea is also famous for parasocial stuff like BTS dance. Yeah, they 100% are. It's just that the people there consume parasocial... The people there deliver parasocial content and consume parasocial content in different ways. This is interesting, right? So yeah, Chun, definitely I'm watching this person. No, not watching this person. I'm definitely like, you know, keeping an eye on this. Happy you discovered Plave, Nosagi. They are deserving of more attention from VTuber fans since they are introducing interesting stuff. Yeah, I just discovered about them now because I wanted to dip my toes a bit on like the Korean side of the internet. If I discover more interesting shit, I might make an entire video. Are there parasocial male fans toward female idols in K-pop? I mean, is that even a question? If that was the case, if that was not the case, this wouldn't exist. Right? Niji did ID before Holo as well. So yeah, back then there was Niji Does Thing Cover does their own version early on. Yeah. I think I mentioned that on multiple times. Hololive was definitely copying a lot of what Nijisanji did back then. Even Niji ID. Even like straight up their expansion plans, basically just copying it. Like literally everything, chat. Even though, in terms of the internationally speaking, Hololive may be bigger, but Nijisanji definitely paved the way. So it's interesting that I discovered this shit. Fuck, I'm supposed to be doing a super chat reading stream. Yo man, all of this is just a lot of anons, I guess. I already read a lot of the stuff in the Streamlabs donations. Holo back then was carried by Fubuki, so no surprise there. Yeah, true. Hololive was basically saved by Fubuki and Nakiri, Ayame, and Aqua, if I remember correctly. The big three for Hololive back then was definitely Fubs, Ayamers, and Aqua. Especially because they were big in China. The stream go way off the rails. Yeah, I feel actually bad about that. It's just that I go into entire tangents and start exploring random shit whenever we fucking stop talking about this shit. You should see Isegai Idol. They are one of the biggest female VTubers at K-pop Idol. Yeah, I saw that in the fucking VTuber Awards. Isegai. That's actually so interesting. Oh fuck! I already spelled it wrong. Yeah, look at this shit, chat. Fucking massive. I did not know they existed until now. Well, not until now, but like just this week. 11 million views in 3 months. For comparison, this is only Suisei can achieve this much numbers within 3 months. Only fucking Suisei. Only Suisei in the VTuber scene right now. It's very interesting how massive these are. So I guess in a way, maybe Cover Corp might be up to something when they said they wanted to expand to Korea. The stage has already been set. They just need to steal a certain percentage of it, you know? Like a certain percentage of the market share. Like even if they even if they get like let's say 20-30% of this, I would think that's still massive. Checked out Ian. I already know who Ian is. Yeah. Waktaverse is an entertainment company, by the way. I would have said, yeah, I got that much. They just need a small slice of the pie. Yeah. They just need a small slice of the pie, and then once they get that, they'll just get bigger and bigger and bigger. Especially with fucking Cover Corp's brand power. Especially with especially if Cover Corp partners up with a lot of these agencies and companies, it would be wild. It would be massive. There's a lot of competition though, but I think it's possible. Yeah. But I would say though, Cover Corp won't be able to brute force their way into the Korean industry. Yeah, these kinds of moves, you can't see these moves in Japanese idol concerts. Literally, the moment that fucking Japanese idol fans and Hololive fans see these kinds of moves, they would fucking ejaculate on screen. Japanese choreography is definitely less complicated, more reserved, and focuses more on not complex moves, but like group synchronicity, I would think. You can see this in a Korea, okay? For real. Too provocative for them, lol. Yeah. And I don't even think their fucking motion capture is enough to capture like hold on, look at this shit. Cover Corp's and Nijisanji's motion capture tech I don't think is good enough to be able to see this part. Look at the hip movement there. Oh wait, not that one. Where was it? Wait, no, never mind. I'm gaslighting myself. I thought there was a part there. Because 100%, hold on. There's a reason as to, there is a reason Muna stole the show in HoloLive. HoloFest, I mean. Miyawaki Sakura supposedly left her Japanese idol group to go train and debut under a K-pop group because she felt like she can learn to be a better performer there. Oh, 100, definitely, 100%. 100%. I can see that happening. There are closer to dances and you find in K-pop. MB is way more fluid than anything JP VTubers sphere right now. Yep, that's it. The motion capture in Korea is just better. And see shit, hold on. Look at that shit. Look at their hip movements here. HoloLive and Digisanji's motion capture, I don't think is gonna be able to replicate their hip movements here. See? That one? That very very small but very like subtle hip movement swaying? No. HoloLive does not have that right now. HoloLive does not have that right now. I feel like if the JP talents want to express motion like that, they need to fucking pump it. He sounds so mad. Me? I'm not mad. Wait, yeah, I guess a lot of people have been saying that. No, chat, I'm not mad. This is just how the way I talk when I'm like rambling on and on about stuff that I actually am interested in. Did you see the Valorant X HoloLive overture? Yeah, I saw Murasaki. I saw Shion, Laplace, and the other girls' performance, and Bei, and other people's performances on like the Valorant thing. It was actually wild how they were allowed to dance. Like literally, the lollies in HoloLive, like the short people in HoloLive, allowed to dance a fucking. Hold on, actually, you know what? Let's do that right now. KDA HoloLive dance in Valorant. Yeah, I think this was this one. Yeah. I'm not gonna play it. Yeah, look at this chat. You compare what you just saw and compare it to this one. Difference is like night and day. Wait, actually, you know what? Bei is actually fucking... Wait. Actually, you know what? It might not be that bad. Look at Bei. See? Holy shit, that was actually really good. It's definitely much stiffer, but it can capture a bit of the subtle movements. But that could just be because Bei is a good dancer. Hold on. We have not delved into the idea. What if what we saw in the Korean part earlier was just animated? 3 flatland and 1 hill? True. What about Aki's belly dancing? Aki's... I would think that the reason why that works is because Aki is just a good dancer. I think it's interesting that they chose the lollies, you know? Cover Corp, definitely. I don't know if they planned this shit out, but it's an interesting choice. Holy fuck! Look at Bei compared to everyone else. Look at this shit, chat. Look at Bei. Look at Bei first. Hold on. Did we just miss it? Did we just miss it? Yeah, I think, holy fuck. Bei is actually, I think Bei is the better dancer compared to everyone else here. But, not throwing shade at them or anything. But yeah, Bei is actually doing well. Look, did you see that? Holy fuck. Like, Bei, like, it obviously looks stiff, but Bei is making it pop. Shit, brother. She bends her knees more? Yeah. She's like more fluid. Yeah, see how scuffed that was? Hold on. Look at this shit. That's a bit scuffed. Not because of Bei's movement, but because of the motion capture. It's not as smooth. Bales is definitely the best dancer in Holo in general, in my opinion. I don't know. Kiara's footwork? It's very... Kiara's... it depends, I guess. I think in terms of moving, having a better control of their body, I think Bey is really good. In terms of footwork, I think Kiara's very cracked. Have you seen how the way Kiara like mobilizes her foot when she dances? It's like good. Subaru is also good, but you know, a fucking lolly did this. I actually think it's amazing. What's Riot trying to say, chat? What is Riot trying to say? Having fucking Laplace, having one of the more parasocial fan bases in the internet, at least in Hololive, fucking throwing the love, the Ari charm into the fans. What does it mean? What's Riot trying to say? Okay. What do they mean by this, Churu? Okay, chat, question. How was this perceived? How did the Korean fan base, or rather how did the people in wherever this was react to this? Was it positive at all, or what is it? What is it? What was the positive generally positive? Let's hear. Hold on, I don't want to get copyright struck again. Yeah, Bey definitely moves her body more compared to everybody else. I mean, they're trying their best. Maybe it's because Bey's skin is just more visible, but Kobo's trying her best. It's like in a cute way, but Bey's absolutely popping off. Okay, I want to see if the crowd is cheering. Okay, they're cheering, all right. There's a timestamp linked in the comments. Oh wait, fuck. I guess this was kind of... Oh, it was an official thing. I would argue that the winning son is better at dancing in 3D. I have seen that dumb bar guy. I know his name's Rebero, I'm just memeing. But I have seen him dance, brother, and he is so scuffed. Wait, are you implying that it's because Bai's skin is whiter than others? No, I'm saying that the reason... What the fuck? Let's stop pointing words in my mouth. I'm saying that maybe the reason why Bey looks better at dancing there, at least, is because the skin that Bey uses to dance with are like open and visible. Her hips, her tummy, her arms, and her thighs are visible. And because of that, it makes it look flow better. You know? Compared to Kobo, who's literally has zero skin, compared to Shion, who's covered by everything except her belly, and compared to Laplace, whose only skin is showing is her arms. I think having the skin exposed makes it give the illusion or the impression that it's flowing better. And the fact that Bey is definitely the best dancer in that crowd makes it a lot better too. Because she's a better dancer. I think it's an amalgamation of all those different advantages. The rotary parts of her skin is visible. I mean, yeah. Something like that. White lollies are better than tan lollies? There wasn't even tan lollies there. What do you mean? They're all white. What do you mean, chat? They're all white. They're all white. Even Kobo, which is an Indonesian, is white. That's Mika Pixaro's model work. Her poppy colors help a lot. Oh shit, I can't get copyright struck. You know, my only complaint is that, you know, whenever I see a Nijisanji concert or a Hololive concert, my complaint is the fact that they take advantage of unison, of being a group performance, but they never look the part because they're having all these wild and different designs, and it looks kind of weird. They don't have a good group cohesion, and I would like I. That's why I think that whenever there's dances that are like this, they should definitely have their own uniforms. Well, there's a thing in Indonesia called Chindo, Chinese Indonesian. So not all Indonesians are tan skin. Well, I mean, yeah, it's the same in fucking the Philippines. We call it chinito here, or chinita. No idol costume for everybody. Not in this one, I think. Yeah. But I definitely think Bay needs... I feel like they should make a dancer unit in Hololive. I definitely think they need to have a dancer unit in Hololive and have them have their own distinct uniform. So they can show off in performances better. I think they need to invest in that. Like, you know, Aki, Kiara, Bay, and who else is a good dancer in Hololive? Toa maybe? I don't know. Let's start with those four. Having those four would definitely be a massive crack of a dancing unit. Having them have like their own individual skin, not skin, like skin, I mean like costume, like character skins. I think that would be so interesting. Especially if they get like called to do a concert. Especially if the concert is more so a performative and dance focused one rather than a song focused one. Need another short person. We have Toa. Toa is not that tall. Toa is not that tall. Subaru. Yeah, I guess Subaru. Subaru, I would actually think is a good dancer. We have several candidates already. Yeah. Yeah, I would think so. So the dance lesson uniform from Hoshimatic Project. Yeah, I think the Hoshimatic Project is a good start. 100%. But those are their training uniforms, right? For official events like this, I think they need to have their own like performance uniforms. No, they actually need to hire an actual dancing group. Regloss 3D is being made now, so in the future we'll see more of them performing. Speaking of Regloss, what has Regloss done actually? Like, I have not heard of any news about Regloss and what makes them different compared to a normal Hololive debut. Wait, I guess they make more covers more times a month than your average VTuber, Hololive VTuber. Nor music together? It's always funny to me that Raiden. I know he's pronounced Raiden, by the way. But it's funny. It's always funny to me that Raiden was the one that was like the lowest performing when they started, because her design was not that appealing in the posters, at least compared to everybody else. And then right now she's the most popular because she's based and she smokes and whatever. And that struck an accord with a certain demographic in Japan. I think that's an interesting turnaround. Raiden, pretty much a representative of JP Art Museum now. Well, I guess they have this. Oh yeah, they have their own podcast called the Regloss Room. Huh, I remember. So it's doing relatively well, actually. This much views for a fucking podcast. Though, is this even a podcast? It feels like it's too short, but I guess it's whatever. Peko style laugh also helped a lot. Yeah. Oh wow, this struck an accord with a lot of people, huh? Almost 1 million views in 3 weeks. Wait, is Hajime... Song-wise, it seems like Hajime's songs are doing the most, like... Wait. Let me compare numbers. Not to number Andy, but it's just interesting to me. Okay, Ao's numbers aren't doing as well as everybody else. Kanade, let's see. Oh, Kanade. Kanade definitely has. How about Ririka? Not that good compared to everybody else. Is Kanade the most cracked singer among them? Yeah, it seems like it's Kanade based on the views alone. Kanade, right? Aoi might be the runt of the group for now. Kanade is a good singer, but is she the best singer? That's my question. Yeah, Kanade. Okay. Ririka has been doing a lot of collabs with Holos. Ririka is also the hottest, by the way, in terms of design alone. She seems like she's very, like, sociable. Like, that one pretty girl, you know? That one talented member of in every school that's, like, performative and shit. She's, like, the hottest member in the group. Or maybe that's just because of how her art is drawn. You think Ao is a payoff to get Hololive fans to seeing a male VTuber interact with their Oshi? Well, that would have been the case if Ao was actually genuinely a man. He's just a massive tomboy, that's all. Gyaru Ojo-sama. Yeah, something of an Ojo-sama, yes. Have you seen the only cost tweet of... The only cost tweet? What the fuck is that? What does that mean, Mastema? Ririka is definitely the hottest, though Radiant's model is pretty nice looking. Hold on, let me verify that. I have not watched a single Radiant clip in a while. What does her model look like? I forgot. She looks like a doll. Like a Japanese doll. Kind of gives me Iris vibes. Like old Iris vibes, if I'm gonna be honest. Oh, tomboy? I mean, that's how they sold her as at first, right? To be fair, I don't really not watch that much of Regloss because YouTube doesn't recommend me that much Regloss. These days, most of the clips I consume is definitely from Selen, Pomu, and a lot of the Advent girls. Oh my god. Oh my god. Chat, I have made one really interesting observation comparing a lot of the Hololive girls. Is it just me? But it feels like Myth. Oh wait, it just feels like Council and Advent feels like a more cohesive group and a family more than Myth. Because Myth just seems like their own individual islands that like frequently or occasionally connect sometimes to collab or something, right? This has been racking my head lately. What season are you? I need to know. I'm Filipino, unfortunately, but yes. So you guys get that feeling too, right? Like Myth definitely feels like yeah, they don't really feel cohesive a lot of the time. Just like the early gens of Holo JP, yeah, they kind of have that problem. They 100% do. It feels like because Myth is branching out to do their own different things, it feels like they rarely converge anymore, you know? Like, for example, Gura has definitely taken a massive break and not that streaming as much. Amelia Watson is going solo a lot of the time. Wait, let me confirm that before I make any it's just the impression that I get. Yeah, she's like most of it is just her going solo. There's this one, I guess, but she rarely ever streams too. And Kiara is definitely streaming a lot, but more so with Council and with the Advent girls, and Callie is just doing her own thing with also the Cancel and Arl. Like, it feels like Myth is fragmenting. Usagi is an Ijibro confirmed by the algorithm. Hey man, what can I say? I don't really see that much Hololive clips. And if it's if I see a fucking VTuber clip that seems interesting, regardless if it's an indie, Face Connect, Nijisanji, V Shoujo, Hololive, if it seems interesting, I'll click on it, bro. That's the curse of the pioneer group, IMO. Has it always been that way? Maybe I'm like gaslighting myself, but it feels like back then it wasn't like that. Was it always that way? Was Myth always that fragmented? Not subscribed. It's my fucking alt account, bro. Look. Callie and Kiara are the ones doing the collab with the rest of Holoian, I think. Yeah. No, they were close with collab. Yeah, I think back then, I really don't know if I'm just misremembering things, but I do think back then they were super close. I mean, that could be because there wasn't really much people to collab with at the time, except for them, because there weren't any much traditional stuff or traditional members in the JP side of things. But yeah, I think it's due they have a bigger reach now, so schedules are going to be a bigger problem. I think Hololive got less clip than before, or algorithm has something with them. No, 100%. I think it's because the focus of the clips right now are going to Advent, basically. Like, chat, I cannot state this enough. Advent reinvigorated traditional EN VTubing. They did. Most of the EN clips that I see from Hololive are like from Advent. And like, yeah, because of like the diversity and like how a lot of VTuber clips are being pumped out, right? It stands to reason that a lot of clippers are going to branch out, and those clips are always going to have more variety too. No one to collab with, and their gen goal was actually to meet up with COVID. Yeah, I agree. Advent is the fresh wind we need. True. Lots of Narissa clips. Yeah. Actually, you know what? I'm going to talk about Narissa for a bit. You remember back in my previous video? Hold on. Where in my previous stream, actually, in my watch-along stream and in my video where I basically tried to summarize Holo Advent, I say here that in everybody in Advent, Narissa definitely seemed like the most normie one. Her debut was the least entertaining in the gen. And right now, everybody is heads over heels for fucking Narissa, bro. I think she's like second place. Yeah, she's 100% second place. At least behind Fuamoko. And that's interesting. That is interesting. The one that seemed like she didn't really know much about VTubing, the one who seemed like she was the most normie, is like one hell of a fucking clipping powerhouse. Jesus Christ. The Nerizzler, yeah. Yeah. What the fuck? Okay. What the fuck? Okay. Yes. Shiori is funny too. Most of the clips that I find from Shiori are like out of context clips from Twitter or Facebook or like Reddit, where they just clip a random 1-minute tangent of her saying a yab thing and then laughing. Like the absolute goofball that she is. That's most of the clips that I see from Shiori. Fuamoko is fucking everywhere though. Like actually fucking everywhere. Bibo also has a ton of clips. I don't really see that much Bibo clips, which is interesting. Oh, here it is. Fucking weird. that Bijou said this. Is it linked? Where did she say this, by the way? This is the worst thing anyone has ever introduced to life. True. Actually, okay, not true, but I just don't get it. I don't get the memes, chat. Oh, here it is. Hold on. I want to see chat's reaction. I just don't get it. I get it. I'm too old for this. Brother, I'm 21 and even I don't get it.
Sticking out your gut for the Rizzler. You're so bow bow. You're so Bibu tag. I just wanna be your Shiori.
Oh no, everybody's like yeah, I don't get it. What's that meme all about? We don't need the Gen Alpha yet, Bibu. Chat, should I get into looking at fucking TikTok stuff just so I can understand the fucking boomer memes? Not boomer memes, zoomer memes, I mean. Please no. 21 and I feel old, right? You're 21? Yeah, I don't know if that's old or young for you guys, but me personally, I think that's young. No, go ahead. Oh, hell no. Don't. Not worth the brain rot. Skibidi, I also don't get the effing hype. Honestly, dude, it's cringe, but I imagine this is probably the same kind of retardation that we Gen Zoomers, I guess is the right term for that. Like a lot of us back then in the early 2013s probably got annoyed about. Like when we were like fanboying over fucking Five Nights and Freddy's and making Markiplier memes and screaming PewDiePie stuff, a lot of our 21-year-olds or 20-year-olds probably didn't get it back then. They probably cringed the same way we are cringing now. So I'm going to assume it's a generation thing. Yeah. The memes are becoming somehow incoherent than ever. Even schizo troll face memes are saying, yeah, I think that a lot of the Zoomer memes right now are like hidden in like 3 layers of pre-existing memes. And sometimes I get them, sometimes I don't. Right? Yeah. Yeah. It's weird. I don't get it. I just don't have the time for it anymore, I guess. Or maybe I just don't touch the internet as much as I used to. Just wait, Rage Comic to go back? Oh god. Was that the bite of 87? Brother, you guys remember Shit Bricks? Do you guys remember this shit? This was the banger back then. I used to scroll this shit aside from like Newgrounds, I used to scroll on Shit Bricks all the time. That and like, you know, the website where you used to watch like zoophilia and beheading videos and that kind of shit. Was it LiveLeak? Yeah, LiveLeak. I used to go on these kinds of fucking sites before 9gag. Yeah. I'm a fire in Malaysia. Oh my god, that's so ancient. I used to use 9gag. Yeah. 9gag was 9gag was actually my introduction to Reddit. And then 4chan. Like I used 9gag for like 4 months, and then I discovered Reddit, and then I discovered 4chan, and I haven't left 4chan ever since. Well, I guess in a way I'm like slowly distancing myself from 4chan now because I don't really like I don't have the time to keep up with a lot of the threads anymore, but yes. Nine Gag was the best source of news unironically? I don't remember watching 9gag for the news, but yeah. The 9gag went to mainstream and normie. I wonder how 9gag is doing right now, actually. Is it still alive? How many users does it still have? 1.6k, 1.7k, 3.7. Oh, wow. Damn, they're not doing that well. They're losing a lot of members or users. The reason why I migrated to Reddit, by the way, was because I discovered that a lot of the Reddit stuff, the Reddit memes, were basically just hand-me-downs to 9gag. 9gag was 4chan for normies. Yeah, this was a lot of people's introduction to like Reddit and 4chan. Schizo stream with a sad bunny. I mean, we're already doing it, yes. Damn. Yeah. But yep. Fuck. Hold on. Let me just thank the rest of the super chatters real quick. Gab Gun, thanks for the super chat. Siak Senu, the Eek, Nop, Madden Sky, Lincoln Sprague, the Gibbled Cube, Madden Sky again, Rick Boy, and Mustachio Man. Yeah, and Haruki Torida and Tony. So Guy CH, Maximus Genitalia. Oh my god. Yeah. Thanks for the super chats, and to the rest of the Anons that donated to me over on Streamlabs. Thank you a lot. Thank you a lot. Thank you a fucking lot. You guys genuinely, all those donations are genuinely gonna help me pay for the broken shit that I just got. And for the new Switch. Ah man, early Reddit days when you were still able to find actually useful info for the most of the time. Oh my god, Mr. Payne, Nico, Jesus, thanks for the... You're here a lot. Hold on, I need to mute the fucking stream elements tab again just in case it spams. But yes, thanks for the fucking dono bomb. Christ Jesus. Christ Jesus. Thank you for the gifts. Christ. Jesus. He comes around... this guy comes around like a couple months, like apparently, and also a lot of other VTubers, drops a fat gift sub and then just leaves. Like a Giga Chad. Your timing's bad though, because I'm about to end stream. I'm like fucking tired of it. Yeah. So, a lot of you guys, thank you for tuning into stream, for watching my stuff. I really appreciate it. Jaki Natsumi? What? Oh wow. Holy shit. Holy shit. I know you. Well, not no, but like I've heard of you. Damn. You just got exposed by the fucking gift subs, bro. Thanks for the super... thanks for every... yeah. Here, though. Yeah. But, Jesus. Hold on. The one and only. Yeah. Like, a lot of the fucking Thai people. Well, not Thai. Was it? Is it Thai? I don't even know if it's Thai. Like, a lot of my friends have heard of you and watched you. I'm on your channel right now. Anyway, sorry for... yeah, sorry. Exposed now, true. I didn't mean to do that. It's just interesting, that's all. It was one hell roller coaster of a stream. Yeah, I think we covered a lot. My second channel is actually gonna be feasting because of this. Also, the what people? Like Thai? Is it racist to say that? I'm sorry if it does. Like, you know, ESL, please understand. Anyway, my second channel is actually absolutely gonna be feasting from this stream. I feel like I have a lot of clippable moments. And if you're not subscribed already, please subscribe to my second channel. Thai. Oh, it's Thai, not Thai? I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm so sorry. I don't know how to pronounce it. Yes. But, yeah, that's basically around it. The classic Kiara Thai moment. Well, yeah, sorry, man. Sorry. Yep. But yes, anyway, chat, I am going to be out now. Anyway, bow bow, yep. So yeah, again, chat, thanks for coming, thanks for the super chat, and thanks for coming into the stream. Bye-bye. I appreciate you all for coming. In the next video, I hope you like it. I worked a lot. I work really hard for the next few videos, so I hope you'll enjoy them the same way you've always had. Or in fact, better. Anyway, chat, bye-bye. See ya, see ya, see ya. Bye-bye.